Hi, I have the pleasure today of interviewing Alberto Guerra, the CEO of UniTeller. So, Alberto, it's a pleasure to see you here. The first thing I have to say is that it's not only a pleasure because I know you and I've known you for some time now, but most of it because you've been supporting IMTC from the very beginning. UniTeller has been a company that has been with us for a long time, and it's been a mutual win-win partnership, and that brings me great pleasure. So to start this interview for IMTC EMEA 2021, in which UniTeller is sponsor once more, I want for you to give us a brief intro on who you are. Who is Alberto Guerra? How you started in this industry, and where have you taken UniTeller now, and a brief introduction also for of the company. Okay.
Sure, Hugo. Thank you, and always a pleasure chatting with you and having this wonderful opportunity to participate in the IMTC events now for EMEA 2021. We all wish this event we could be in Europe for this event, but now the circumstances require us to be virtually. But always a pleasure being here and participating with you. So. So who's Alberto Guerra? I mean, I'm the CEO of UniTeller. I've been heading UniTeller since 2007. That's the year when Banorte, Grupo Financiero Banorte, the second largest financial group in Mexico, acquired UniTeller back then and appointed me to be UniTeller's CEO. So I've been working for the Banorte Financial Group for many years now. I don't want to say, but many years, different capacities, international banking, corporate banking, M&A acquisitions. And when I was part of the M&A and acquisition teams, I got involved because of my experience in international banking in the UniTeller acquisition. So remittances always has been an industry that really has captivated me, and it's a very interesting, challenging industry with a lot of opportunities. So I would say that when I was offered the possibility to lead UniTeller, I never doubted, and now we're here. I mean, taking UniTeller from what was once a small traditional cash-to-cash remittance company to a major now service provider of cross-border processing services. So in UniTeller now, we have an international paying network across the world to more than 75 countries, 200,000 cash pickup locations, access to more than 2,000 banks around the world, and providing services in different through multiple channels, multiple products. So it's been an incredible journey in the transformation of this company and where we are now, and not only where we are now, because it's also the vision that we have for the company ahead that keeps not just me, but everyone at UniTeller motivated into building what we are doing and continuing growing the company into what our vision is.
Great, thank you for that brief introduction to you and to UniTeller. I just have to say that I knew UniTeller before it was purchased by Banorte. I was working in New York, and I was able to go to New Jersey and meet this small company. It was innovative back then, and that was, I don't remember exactly what year, probably 2002, 2003. But I have to say, because I've seen it grow, and I've seen it what you you've done and Grupo Banorte has done to build such an incredible company. And you know, we always talk about fintechs, and it's very interesting to see how UniTeller has been a fintech since the very start. You know, even being a traditional company, UniTeller was always thinking of how do I do this different? How do I do it better? So I want to ask you about the services and products you bring to the industry, maybe more into the B2B side of things, because you do have a brand that services customers directly, but you also have quite an extensive service to other payment providers within the industry.
Sure. No, definitely, Hugo. And just going back to your recollection of UniTeller back then, I mean, that's so true. And that was one of the key things that made UniTeller attractive for us at Banorte when we did the acquisition, that it was a very innovative company. It had a great product and IT team. Actually, most of that team is still currently working in the company. It had a great compliance program and platform. So that made for us a transition into what UniTeller is today much simpler and much easier. And obviously we leverage on what the company had built back then. UniTeller was the first company in implementing remittances through a POS machine. And obviously that infrastructure, that culture was very, very helpful for us to take UniTeller to where it is now. So what services we offer? As you said, our core business is the business to business, from partnering with remittance companies, financial institutions on one end, and offering them and partnering with also companies and financial institutions on the recipient countries. So that connectivity that we do between companies provides a lot of value for originating companies as well as for the paying companies. Not only from a connectivity perspective, I think before it was very common for companies wanting to go out and build one-to-one relationships, but then they all find out, and even ourselves, that technology changes so much, and it continues to demand, not only because of the new technologies, because of the new requirements and security-wise, so that there are many things that at the end of the day, it just doesn't make any sense anymore for companies to continue building one-to-one connectivities, especially if you want to have a global service. I mean, yes, if you're specialized in one corridor and there's one or two key payers that dominate that corridor, yeah, I mean, that makes sense that you go directly with those payers. But then you have the cases where the payers may say, you know what, yeah, I mean, it is good that you want to connect directly with me, but I don't have the time, I don't have the capability or the resources to connect now to the hundreds of companies that are now trying to connect with me directly. So this is where the value of a network aggregator comes in. So that's the core of our business. And we also realized that because at first it was mostly serving remittance companies and financial institutions, but then we realized that larger corporations have the same need. They want to enter the space, but they don't want to get licensed. They don't want to build the technology to send transactions. So when they looked at us and say, well, UniTeller, how can you provide us the same service, but we're not licensed and we're not going to get licensed? So we soon realized the value of being licensed across the US. In our particular case, in the beginning, is having our own licensing capabilities across the US, having our own compliance platform, our own technology. How can we provide a solution that goes beyond just connecting originators and payers? So at the end of the day, Now we provide a full portfolio of solutions in terms depending on the company. If you're a retail store and you need a point of sale platform, we provide you that. If you want a digital platform for your consumers, for your users, we provide you that. If you already have a POS capability because of your service, whatever that service is, and you only want to add the remittance transactions, of course, we can get you on board through an API integration, but leveraging on our capabilities on our licenses. So at the end of the day, the more complex the industry has become, the more we have adapted to try to serve multiple types of companies and services. That on the originating side, and what we have seen is the opportunity to extend that expertise and that capability outside of the US. So going for us beyond to new countries, to new regions on the origination side makes a lot of sense. And also from the network perspective, before, 5-10 years ago, we were mostly Latin America and a few corridors in Asia. So now we've expanded and we now are covering 75 countries, and we continue to extend that network because at the end of the day, it's providing this global total solution for our clients. So it's an interesting challenge, but it's proven to be as a very successful strategy for us.
Yes, thank you, Alberto. That was very interesting. And look, I was able to meet your team in Philippines, so I do know how you have expanded from Latin America to Asia and to other countries, and I know that this will keep on growing in the future. That's awesome. And also, as a consultant, when I talk to clients, I bring clients to you because I think that you not only can work with clients, business clients, in understanding what they do, but also accommodating that client to, okay, I can do this for you, I can do this. This is ready now. This will take some development, but you are flexible enough to just look at each one and bring solutions, and that's really key here, because as you said, this industry is getting very, very complex, and there are companies that want to do this but not that. Maybe some have the technology, the compliance part. And as you said, I know how aggregators are growing in this industry because just the connection, the IT connection, that takes time and money. Compliance, I mean, just onboarding a company is taking so long because you have to do a good due diligence doing that. So if you are going to enter a region and you have to do one by one, is very time and costly. So you bring those solutions to the table. So and then you explained it really well. Before I let you go, you've been in the industry for quite some time. You have a very broad view of this industry as a whole. Give us a little bit of your vision of where we are now and where we're going, please.
Sure, and it's just going to continue to be exciting, challenging, but full of opportunities. I mean, we do see different trends. Obviously, digitalization of the space is going to continue. There's no secret about it, and both on the origination side as well as on the paying side. Probably faster on the origination than on the paying side, but digitalization will not stop, and I think that's a great opportunity for companies that continue to invest in the industry. Efficiency of your processes, cost, transitions, how you do compliance. And here's the importance, going back to what you just said about the importance of companies like ours in providing services. I mean, yes, you can go out to a specific country and connect with a payer, but your volume is not going to be big enough for you to get a competitive price. So also the value of aggregator is not just simplifying the connectivity, but also leveraging on the capacity of that aggregator to offer you good pricing. And I think that's also a huge opportunity for companies that it's not just about building a network, it's about building a competitive and an efficient network. So I think that will continue. That's not a secret. There's a lot more competition now, and competition is becoming very, very. It's getting tougher. It's getting tougher as companies continue to push their services. So yeah, there's also there'll continue to be challenges from a regulatory perspective, from a security perspective, from a compliance perspective. Obviously, digital also brings a new set of fraud risks that we all have to be very, very careful. But on the other end, there are technologies and there are services that allow you to also strengthen not only your security, but also your product availability to the users. Now you can use a lot of AI, machine learning technologies to use the data to try to deliver your services in a much meaningful way to your customers. So I do see a lot of innovation in the industry taking place. I do see also new players. You know, the role of the neobanks in Europe, in North America, in Asia. You know, what are these neobanks? How are they going to continue to transform the industry by offering some of the services where remittances is going to be probably just a product out of a bigger portfolio. So yes, there are risks, but we do see a lot of opportunities in the more our companies are prepared to take advantage of these new challenges and convert these challenges into opportunities. I think the more successful we're going to be.
Great. Thank you very much. I agree with you wholeheartedly. You know that. I think there's so many opportunities. I mean, we think that, you know, disruption is just a word that happens in this industry. We have so many interconnected disruptions happening at the same time that sometimes it's just very hard to keep on seeing and looking and analyzing what is happening. So thank you very much, Alberto. This has been great, and thank you for the support you do to IMTC. I just want to give you a little time just to say goodbye and for you to welcome everyone that wants to, you know, reach out to you and connect with UniTeller as a provider of so many important services for the industry.
Sure. Thank you, Hugo. Really appreciate it. I mean, I first of all wish you success in this event for EMEA. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a very good event, and we're looking forward on participating in the event. As I talk about the globalization efforts that we're doing, Europe is becoming more relevant for us. So getting access and getting closer to companies that are in the space is definitely very attractive. So please feel free to reach out to us at UniTeller. We'll definitely believe that we can have interesting business opportunities with you all. So yeah, please reach out. Also, if some of you are coming to Miami later this year in November, we're going to be there also. So yeah, it would be great finally to be able to see each other in person. Hopefully things get better by then, but definitely we'll be there in making these face-to-face connections. So again, Hugo, thanking you again, wishing you the best for this event, for the one coming up in Miami later this year. So always a pleasure being here with you, and congratulations.
Thank you very much, Alberto. Yes, You will be there in Miami. We will be in Miami in person, greeting everybody who wants to join us. It will be great to see everyone in the event. See their faces. It's been quite a long time. So thank you very much. Thank you, everyone.